Time it was, and what a time it was, it was. A time of innocence, a time of confidences. Long ago it must be, I have a photograph. Preserve your memories, they're all that's left you. Hi, my name is Drew James and welcome along to my tutorial for Bookends by Simon and Garfunkel. This song for me has a sort of like crashed its way into my life. One of my students, well not actually a physical student, but a student who is on my mailing list, a chap called Bill, wrote to me and said, Drew, I think this song will be perfect. Here's the video link to listen to it. Here's the tab that I found, and I think you should share it with your students. So thank you very much, Bill. Whether you're a guitar teacher yourself, I'm not sure. I did ask you, but you haven't replied to me yet. But you've inspired me a great deal, and that's a big part of my job. I think there's a lot of give and take between you guys watching and me making the lessons. So please keep sending me requests. I do listen to them all, even if I can't make them all. And this just happened to be one of those songs that just totally captivated me. It's been very difficult to get it off my mind since, so I've just had to make this lesson for you. There will be tab available for this lesson. All you need to do is go to the student area for that. If you're not a member of the student area, I've included a link in the video and in the video description where you can click on that, and all it takes is a name and email address. It's completely free, and then you can get the tab to this lesson. And I suppose without further ado, we'll start learning it. I may not be quite as like whoo as I normally am because it's just this song, it's just so mellow. So we're going to be having a look at how to play it. You're going to need to grab yourself a capo and put it on the 4th fret. There's a main theme to this tune. So let's teach you how to do that. So taking your ring and pinky, put the ring on the 3rd fret. Now this is relation to the capo, so fret 1, fret 2, fret 3, and put your pinky on the 3rd fret on the B string, okay? And you're going to leave those there while you're playing the rest of the riff. Now the riff uses lots of pinches. Now the rule with the fingers is the thumb only ever plays the top 3 strings, index plays the G string, middle finger plays the B, and ring finger plays the E. If you don't know the names of the strings, then Eddie 8, Dynamite, Goodbye, Eddie, or come up with your own sort of rhyme. But if you were sitting here comfortably, your fingers would just be chilling on the strings like this, so index, middle, and ring, thumb on the top. So anyway, back to the song. Thumb and middle is your first pinch. Then index and ring playing the G and B on an open string. So if you're thinking about it, while we're holding this down, those strings are still spare, right? So as long as you're bridging over, you're not touching any strings you shouldn't be, those strings should be ringing. So they're 2 3s, then open, and then index and middle are going to hold down the 1st fret on the E and the B and the G string, and we're going to pinch those. So that's the same pinch, thumb and ring. So let's do that slowly. Okay. So we do that 4 times for the intro. Okay, the whole point in keeping these here and just lifting up and putting down these is that everything is ringing. It's not short, so it's not... Imagine how awful it would sound if it was... Yeah, it sounds awful, doesn't it? So that's the whole point in that. So if you are finding that you're muting strings, push your wrist forward, thumb round the back, and persevere, because it's well worth it, because this tune obviously is absolutely fantastic. So we do that 4 times, that first riff. I'm just going to do it one last time. Then you're going to go index and ring lifted up, so they're the zeros. Then index on the 1 again, but this time middle finger is going to be playing the 2nd fret on the D string, sorry. Thumb and middle is the pinch. Okay, so we've got, and then bring the ring finger up here on the 3rd fret on the A string and pinch thumb and index. So you're actually making, hopefully you've seen that, a C chord. Okay, 1st, 2nd and 3rd fret. So that little bit at the end is, I'm just choosing my pinches very carefully on this hand, and that's really important. So let's do that whole intro again. Okay, next bit. So we're leaving the index and middle down. We can lift up this finger, we don't need it anymore. So you're making actually what's an A minor 7. So that's 1st fret on the B, 2nd fret on the D. And you're going to pinch thumb on the D string, middle finger on the B. Then index and ring, playing those open strings again. And then back to that same pinch we did just before. Leave that ring finger there if you want to. Okay, then we've got this. So from this, you're going to bring your pinky down, bring your ring finger down, sorry, to the 3rd fret on the D string. Pinky is going to come down to the 3rd fret on the B string. Index finger is spare, is going to play the 1st fret on the B string, but it's going to be like this. So pinching thumb and middle, then index on the 1st fret on the B, and you're pinching those two. Thumb and middle, pinch, and lift up pinky. So then the next part, bring your middle finger and put it on the 2nd fret on the D string, on the G string, sorry, ring and pinky on the A and the D string. Pinching, thumb on the A string and index on the G string. Then move your thumb down to play the D string. So let's just do that part from where we've done the 3s on the G and B string. Then middle finger, obviously the index is still there on the 1st fret. Then thumb on the D. So I'll do that whole bar again. It is the most, it's the bar that will take you probably the longest to learn. That's what you should have so far. Then pinky back to the 3, and then 1 on the B string. So 3 on the B. So I'll do that whole bar again. And then we've actually already had this before. Open on the G and the B string. Sorry, the G and the E string. Middle and thumb on the D, making the same C chord again, pinching that. Then thumb moving up to the A string and index, and then thumb and middle again. So it's okay, so I'm going to do the whole thing up to there, and if you do have the tab, then you'll see where I mean. Okay, then we're just going to kind of go backwards with that pinch. So thumb on the A string and index finger whilst making your C chord. Then moving that pinch down, so that's thumb and middle, thumb on the D, and then index and ring. Who would have thought that over a C chord you can get such great sounds with pinches, huh? Okay, then, quite simply, we're going to repeat that pattern, but it does have a slightly different ending. So, this is what we do next. We've already taught this to you. So that's the only difference. The ending just goes G and E string, pinching, open, and then making that same sort of either A minor 7 or C. Doesn't really matter which one you do, whatever you're comfortable with, thumb and middle. So that's first fret on the B, second fret on the G. And then just before the singing, this happens. So bring your ring up to the third fret on the thickest string, pinky underneath on the third fret. Leave this all here, okay? So that's first fret on the B, second fret on the D, and third fret on the E and A. And you're gonna pinch that now. So you're gonna have to break the finger picking rules, thumb on the top string, and index finger on the D string this time. So that's your first pinch. Then move down on your pinch, thumb on the A string, index on the D, and then thumb on the top string and middle finger. So it goes, time it was, and then we're into the singing, okay? Let's just do that whole intro just because I really love playing it. You can play it along with me. After 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, then we're into the singing. I've taught you all this already, so just follow my fingers. I'll sing it along, and you can put it together from there. Time it was, and time it was. Didn't say I'll do a good job with the singing. The photograph, preserve your memories, they're all that's left you. And then the ending. Oops. So there's a little variation there, right at that very end part, okay? So as you've noticed, it's just the same riff, repeated, repeated, repeated. Once you've learnt the intro, more or less goes through. There's little embellishments, and that's why it's a good idea to grab the tab over at the student area if you don't have it already. Okay, so there's a little embellishment here where you go. So you're pinching as normal, and you're about to play your normal open strings that you would normally do. So there's that thing, but you're going to do a hammer on. So you're going to hammer from open strings, you're going to hammer to them instead, and then flick off to them like that. So hit your fingers in as like they would normally go, but hit them in and flick away, and then play the 2 3s again. And then it goes into what it would normally do, so playing that C chord pinches in reverse. Here's the ending. Already played this. Thanks a lot for watching my lesson. As I said, if you haven't grabbed the tab already, then it's over there at the Learn Guitar in London website. You just need to join the student area to get access to it. I've included a link in the video description and a link above that you can click on to take you to that. I upload 2 new lessons to my YouTube channel every week, so please subscribe for more fingerstyle lessons just like this. If you have liked this, then why not send me a request of any other Simon and Garfunkel songs that you think I should check out. I've very much kind of educated myself through my students, so it's very much time that I actually listened to a few albums and really got stuck into them. So keep on playing, have a great day, and enjoy this simple finger pick tune.